Test. Okay, there we go. Hey, good afternoon, Silver Valley basketball fans. We're here at the Kellogg Wildcat Gym awaiting the arrival of Priest River. They had a little bit of a misstep on the way here. They've just arrived in the gym, and they're getting dressed in the locker room right now. It looks like they've put 10 minutes on the clock for a warm-up period, so we look like we should be starting probably close to quarter till, 4:45 for the beginning of the Priest River Wallace Silver Valley basketball tournament game. See you then. Sound check, sound check. Silver Valley Basketball Tournament sound check.
Number 21, 5'5" senior point guard, Hannah Palfrey. Number 32, a 5'9" freshman post, Allison Martin. Number 33, a 5'4" sophomore wing, Abby Shockey. Head coach tonight is Barry Stewart, assisted by Carly. And now the starters for the Miners. Number 14, 5'6" senior point guard, Chloe Selke. Number 20, 5'6" junior guard, Jaden House. Number 23, 5'6" junior guard, Ellie Welch. Number 25, 6'1" sophomore post, Layla Burnside. And number 45, 5'8" senior post, Brianna Bordeaux. Coach tonight is Nicole Park, is assisted by Joe Bauer and Martha House. Referees are Rudy Franco, Jason McCurry, and Corey Grant.
Well, Miners fans, the rain has stopped, the tarps off the fields, and ready for some basketball here tonight. Head referee Rudy throws it up. Controlled by the Miners, Chloe Selke. She passes to Welch, top of the key. Jaden House lets fly from the left side. Her shot out of bounds. Out of bounds, the post falls here. We want to say welcome to all the Miners fans tuning in and Silver Valley basketball fans in general from around the valley for this, the first game of the 2020 Silver Valley basketball tournament. Our participants this year are the Spartans from Priest River, the Post Falls Spartans, the Wallace Miners, and finally your Kellogg Wildcats. A couple turnovers here, and we're coming back this way. Wallace with the ball. Ellie Welch making her first, seeing her first action of the year. She's been on the quarantine list for the past 2 weeks, and it's good to have Ellie back. Selke finds a shot from the top of the key. It's off, rims off. Rebounded by... that is Abby Shockey. First rebound of the game. Pelfrey brings the ball up. Wallace showing a 2-3 zone to begin with. Gets the ball to Fitzmaurice down on the baseline. Nice entry pass to post player for Priest River, and the jump ball will go to Wallace. Wallace gets the first jump ball of the game. Priest River has the ball out of bounds. Palfrey will throw it in. We have a one-man broadcast booth this evening. Jared Young is en route to Kellogg, but has some car problems down in Coeur d'Alene today. He told me he's got a busted wire at home. All right, there's our first points of the game. Jaden House with a nice assist from Ellie Welch. 2-zip Miners. Belfry brings the ball down. Miners extending their zone defense a little bit to put a little more pressure on the Spartans. Shockey's pass kicked out of bounds by Selke. It'll be the Spartans' ball out of bounds on the baseline. Coach Gary Stewart yells out blue to the Spartans. Pound will cut right across the court. A seal by Fitzmaurice and a missed shot there by Pelfrey. Good look though. Nice inbounds play. Controlled by the Miners. Jaden House has the ball top of the key. Both House and Selke scored 14 points in Tuesday night's contest, where the Miners beat the Spartans by a score of, I'm sorry, I don't have the score right now, but beat them by about 15, I believe. Shockey's pass is deflected into the backcourt by Welch. Once again, the Miners with a long list of Miners on the COVID or the injury reserve or whatever we want to call it. There's a lot of Miners watching this game from home. We'd like to say hi to them there. Say hi to McKelvey Specht and Kennedy Gilmore, McKenna Merrick, Brittany Phillips, Macy Hemphill, Grace Hunter, Kaya Taylor. All those girls out under quarantine right now. So despite the best efforts of Wallace and the school district to keep things under control, you know, it's a very unsure time these days. But Coach Farkas has to go with the girls she's got, and it's nice to get Ellie back and a little bit more veteran experience on this team. On the bench for the Miners is only Caitlin Garatone and Jaden Gibson, two freshmen and a sophomore, I believe. On the floor for the Miners right now, Selke, Welch, Burgum, House, and Burmeister. Welch brings it down right side. Priest River in a zone, nice entry pass, finding Burgum on the opposite low post. She missed a bunny there. 2-zip still, Miners lead. Belfry will bring the ball down. House and Welch, the top of the Miners defense. Burgum, Burmeister and Selke playing down low. Pound drives in. She's trapped by Selke and Burgum, and the pass is stolen by Ellie Welch. Welch looking to push the ball up the house. She gets the pass right side. Her jump shot no good. Out of bounds off Priest River. Wallace ball. Wallace comes down, gets in a box set. Who's inbounding the ball? Ellie Welch will inbound this ball. She's looking for House top of the key. She's unguarded. Lets fly another three-pointer and banks it in. Ellie Welch with her 5th point of the game. Jaden House with point number 5 of the game. 5-zip Miners. Just under 5 minutes here in the first quarter. There's Fitzmaurice, top of the key. She drives past Burmeister. Her left-handed shot, no good. Welch ball on the transition again. Coach Farkas yelling for a reversal. She gets it. House's shot from the right, her three-point attempt from the right side, no good. Rebound, that's number 32 for Priest River, Allison Barton. Shockey, cross-court pass to Pelfrey, inbounds pass to Barton. Her layup, no good. Trying to deal with the long arms of Layla Burmeister right there, and that's a pretty tall order. No pun intended there. Layla has some long arms, and when she's stretched out, she makes a formidable obstacle. 5-zip here, first quarter. First substitute of the game. Caitlin Garatone, number 5 for the Miners, going to replace Brianna Burgum. Burgum will sit down and get a rest. 5-zip still. House will bring the ball up the middle of the floor. Her and Ellie Welch do the majority of the ball handling for the Miners. Selke playing on the perimeter here today. Garatone looking to pass the ball. Jaden House passes up a three-point shot. Attempts to get into Burmeister. It's deflected and knocked right back to her. Ellie Welch, first shot of the year is up and good. 2 points for Ellie Welch. 7-zip Miners early on. The Miners started really well this previous Tuesday. They built about a 10-point lead, and then Priest River kind of snuck their way back into the game, and they're on the board there with Makia Fitzmaurice's first bucket of the game. Little 5-footer from the middle of the key. House brings it down, passes right side to Selke. It sure would be nice to see Selke getting down in there by the basket. That's where I think she does best. She's a force of a player. She rebounds and gets positioned real well and does a good job around the basket. Second foul call of the game there. That one was called on the Spartans, number 32. That's Allison Barton. That's her first of the game. First team foul. Inbound goes to Selke. Selke running top of the key, guarded by Pound. She passes to House, left side. Jaden Gibson in the game for the Miners. Gibson replaces Ellie Welch, getting a well-deserved breather after 2 weeks of no basketball action at least. She looks like she's a little bit winded here to start the season, but we're glad she's back. Pound and Pelfrey playing a little keep away up top. There's Shockey down to Barton in the corner. He passes it up. Shockey's really doing a good job of zipping that ball back and forth and getting a nice skip pass. Pelfrey dribbles right in, gets a nice look at the basket. However, it rims off the back part of the goal and bounces right to Caitlin Garatone. Coach Farkas yelling directions to her girls. You know, it is still a new combination of girls. We're without Megan Morin, without Sarah Johnson, and some of the other contributors last year, and some of these bench players will have to step up and meet the challenge this year. And there's a bucket by Selke, her first of the game. Miners lead 9-2. And kind of some sloppy play there by Priest River, or good defense by the Wallace causes the over and back. Brianna Burgum comes back into the game for Burmeister. The referee is encouraging the girls to check in here. You know, it's early on still in the season, and they encourage them to go all the way to the scorer's bench so they can check in. But then I think girls sometimes feel like they're in the way. We'll take a quick looks like a 30-second break and be back.
Top Pin Archery, located in the backyard of Kellogg High School, is your premier archery authority in the U.S. They specialize in 3D archery events, including the annual shootout at Silver Mountain Resort, a premier 3D archery experience in the Pacific Northwest, and the region's only OPA-style shoot. Top Pin Archery Events provides an archery experience that is not offered anywhere else in the Northwest. They are the authority on all things archery, and their premier events put the competitor first by offering unique awards, such as the opportunity to win money, even in the youth classifications. Top Pin Archery provides a 3D archery experience unrivaled by their competition.
Welcome back after the timeout there. Wallace leading 9-2. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Coach Farkas making good use of her bench here tonight with some, looks like some pre-planned. Helping her get her legs under her and giving some of these younger girls a chance to take a breather too. The learning curve has been pretty steep here so far for Burmeister and Garrettone and Jaden Gibson, but they're doing a fine job filling in for the Miners till the reinforcements arrive. 9-2, just about 2 minutes left. Hannah Pelfrey with the ball up top. She's guarded by Garrettone. In last Tuesday's contest, I noticed that, when early in the second half, Garrettone provided a defensive spark there for the Miners that served them real well and kind of got momentum going back in their way when things had kind of slowed to a halt. So good to see her energy and enthusiasm in there and see if she can do the same thing today. Travel called on the other side. Miners ball. 9-2. So far, House has 5 points. She drives right side. Burgum looked like a foul. Her shot up off the glass, up and in. Nice job, Brianna Burgum. Nice left-handed shot. Brianna's encouraging her teammates to get down and be aware of the offense coming. I like to hear that talk on defense there. And here's Pound, who had a real nice game Tuesday night. Seemed to be all over the floor. Coach Stewart from Priest River going with a little bit different starting five. The last game there, Lily Freitas started the game and was kind of a firecracker out there. She's now in the game. She's joined by Pound, Fitzmaurice, Barton, and Palfrey. Having a tough time getting the ball inbounds. Finally does to Barton. Barton up to Pound. Priest River looks a little smoother than they did the other night. Their offense is clicking along. They seem to be moving the ball around the perimeter fairly well. Challenging for open shots, whereas Freitas would have shot that the other night. She took a dribble in and tried to create a shorter shot for herself. Ball out of bounds off of the Miners, and Coach Stewart will go to his bench again. Subbing into the game for her first action is Annika Rinchala. Rinchala was a starter in Tuesday's contest, again, which the Miners won by about 15 points. We're here in the first game of the Silver Valley Basketball Tournament. Last year, the Miners beat, I think it was, I'll have to double check here. In last year's Silver Valley Tournament, the Miners beat Potlatch 54-22 in the first game, and then they were beaten by the Wildcats at Kellogg 50-32 in the championship game. So let's see if we can get back to that matchup tomorrow night, but Post Falls and Kellogg will have something to say about that. Jaden House dribbles out, looks for the three, no good. Burgum, good position underneath the basket. Couple pivot steps, almost got herself open. Good eyes by Garrettone, trying to get the entry pass in there to Jaden House. It was just tipped away. All right, we're under a minute left here in the first quarter. The Miners lead 11-2. Layla Burmeister is going to check back into the game for Garrettone. Coach Farkas going with a lot of different groups of girls here in game one. Again, Coach Farkas stressed that these first two contests were strictly a chance to get some experience for these younger players while the Miners have been affected by the COVID, and they're getting a lot of good experience. I think this has been a good opportunity for them. But now things are starting to get back to full strength. Still have 7 girls missing, and all contributors, and we wish them a speedy recovery and can't wait to see them back in action. Miners play next, depending on how the outcome of this game. They play at 2:30 or 4:30 on Friday, and then they go to Bonners Ferry on Tuesday. So even though they've been hit pretty hard with the COVID, the show must go on. House outlet up to Welch. Jaden has wide open three-pointers all day here. Let's see if we can start putting some of those down. Usually about a 40% three-point shooter is Jaden House. Pelfrey does a good job getting the ball down the floor. Didn't seem to know how much time is on the clock. Anyway, after one quarter, Miners have 11-2 lead. We'll take a minute break and see you right back here in a sec.
A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats! Top Pin Archery, located in the backyard of Kellogg High School, is your premier archery authority in the U.S. They specialize in 3D archery events, including the annual shootout at
All right, welcome back. Quarter number 2. Miners with 11-2 lead here. This is real similar to how game 1 started on Tuesday night. Miners jumped out to an early lead, and then Priest River was able to come back in the second quarter and make the game more competitive. Quick foul on Freitas. That seemed to be her problem on Tuesday night. She could not stay out of foul trouble, as was the case for the entire Priest River team. Hemphill was the only one to get in any serious foul trouble. She had 4 fouls, and unfortunately, she's out this evening, but a nice player to look forward to for the Miners. Welch has his ball stealed by Freitas. She hustles down the floor, stops her, and a travel call by the referee. Good hustle, though. Good hands by Freitas, and a great hustle play by Ellie Welch to get back on defense and stop her from getting the easy bucket. Different feeling for sure here in the Kellogg gym with just administrators and staff here in the building this evening. Not a fan in sight. Nobody rooting, no cheerleaders, no band. It's a different kind of basketball than we're used to, but the silver lining is that these girls are out and having the opportunity to compete. 11-2 here, 7:15 remaining in the second quarter. Fitzmaurice' shot from the middle of the key, up and in. Nice shot. She's got a good looking release. Makia Fitzmaurice with her 4th point of the game. You can hear the Priest River coaches yelling at the girls to play close defense, stay with them, don't sag. There's a lot of scoring options out there for the Miners, and Ellie Welch puts in her 2nd bucket of the game. Great to have Ellie back. Great. She had a great volleyball season and a little bit of hiccup here at the beginning of the basketball season, but she's a great competitor and comes from a great sports family. Nice rebound by Selke. She passes to Jaden House, who has to, I think the referee just missed a double dribble there. Here's Burmeister, a nice entry feed to Burgum. Goes off her foot out of bounds. But a good look from Layla Burmeister. Nice to hit a cutter, flash into the basket there. Miners back in a 2-3 zone. Priest River hasn't shown the Miners that they can shoot them out of it yet, so I think they'll stay in that until Priest River starts to make some shots. Freitas left side, the Pelfrey. They do a great job of swinging the ball back and forth around the key. Pelfrey chooses to shoot the top of the key 20-footer. It's no good. Rebounding, here come the Miners. Jaden House jump stops about the free throw line, passes to Welch, passes to Selke. Selke's 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound Freitas, there she is again, all over the place. Dribbles up the floor, tries to take on 2 Miner defenders. Passes out to Pelfrey, who's just inside the line. Her shot up, no good. Rebound Freitas. And now Layla Burmeister controls it. Here come the Miners, with just five true varsity players and a couple substitutes from the younger squad here. The Miners have to be real cognizant not to run themselves out of this game here. I think they could, it might be tempting to push the ball up and get some easy buckets, but I think this is going to be more of a real deliberate type of scoring game for the Miners, trying to get in half-court sets and see what they can do in those kind of things. But once we're back to full strength, I think that this is going to be a team that can do a lot of different things well. They can run up and down the floor, they can shoot, and they can play some defense too. Priest River's ball out of bounds. Pelfrey will be the inbounder. She looks to Barton, who comes off a screen. Her shot's up and no good, but she was fouled. They'll get Ellie Welch for that foul. And Alyssa Barton will go to the line for her first 2 free throw shots of the evening. It's a lot of talking for just one guy. Jared. Thank you. Barton's first shot, a high arching shot. Bounces just off the front rim and in. There's one. And makes the second. 2 points for Alyssa Barton. 13-6 Miners. Ellie Welch bring the ball up the floor this time. Kind of her and Jaden House seem to be interchangeable when it comes to point guard responsibilities. Good look inside there. Got it in to Chloe Selke, whose layup was just off the rim, and then she got upset and made a kind of a silly foul there, but that's all right. Miners have 16 fouls, so pretty sure we'll be shooting free throws in the bonus here the rest of the quarter. Thank you. All right, out of bounds there. Here come the Miners again. 13-6. Priest Rivers narrowing that gap. Selke again from the right side. Her three-point shot off the glass and not in. Boy, I'd really like to see Chloe play a little bit closer to the basket there. But if she can extend her game out that much farther, that's a plus for the Miners. Usually a pretty good outdoor, I've been pronouncing Fitzmaurice's name. Her name is Mackay. I apologize. Mackay Fitzmaurice having quite a game here for the Spartans. Again, she gets the ball in the middle of the key. This time I think her wrist might have been bumped. That didn't look like a normal shot there, but it goes out of bounds. It's awarded to the Miners. Coach Farkas will take her first time out of the day. Looks like a full timeout. We'll be back in a minute. 4:15 left. Miners up 13-6.
Located at 6600 North Government Way, ACI Northwest is the premier heating, cooling, and electrical company in the area. With more than 85 years of experience, they provide their customers with total home comfort and complete peace of mind. They do this through their commitment to professionalism and a written, unconditional, 1-year, money-back satisfaction guarantee on all residential installations. Call ACI Northwest today for excellent heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. The crew at ACI want to remind people that this time of year, furnace maintenance is important to ensure the longevity of your equipment and to avoid the nuisance of expensive breakdowns on the coldest days of the year. Ask how to save 20% on your maintenance and or repairs. Go Wildcats!
All right, welcome back. After the timeout, it'll be Priest River's ball on the far baseline, inbounded by Pelfrey. Her pass to Fitzmaurice, 10-footer from the baseline, no good. Hustled down by Barton. She gets it back out to Pelfrey up top. Spartans might think about, trying to institute some type of driving just to put some pressure on the defense. They do a good job of swinging the ball around the post, but there's no danger of them driving, which means the Miners can kind of just sit back on their heels and play some defense. Great post move by Layla Burmeister. Good look by Ellie Welch and a nice finish by Burmeister. 15-6 Miners. Nice pass by Ellie. Yep. Here's Pelfrey left side looking to get it into Fitzmaurice. She's tied up by Welch. Yep, nice jump ball there. And ball be out of bounds to the Miners. Didn't see a lot of that in Tuesday night's game, but as these girls start to make the ball available, the Miners always do a good job of reaching out there and grabbing it. Here's Garatone, left side, looking to get the ball in the Burmeister. It's deflected out of bounds by Pound. Side out Miners. House will be the inbounder. Selke's on the block this side, Burmeister on the other. Welch, left side too, okay. Oh, looking to get a screen across and a cutter coming across the lane there. Let's see if we can get the ball into Chloe Selke and get her an easy basket and get her going here. Or we could just have Jaden House shoot a three-pointer. That works too. Three-point shot good by Jaden House. That's her 8th point of the game. 18-6, 3 minutes to play in the first half. Miners lead. Here's Shockey from outside. It's a long shot, rebounded by Selke. And here comes Jaden House. House up to Welch. Welch up past the Burmeister. Great catch, great play. Wonderful finish. Layla Burmeister. Once again, nice pass by Ellie Welch. Ellie, the leading assist. Ellie had the team lead in assists last year with about 7 a game. And she's picking up right where she left off last year. She gets a rebound, outlet pass to House. She jump stops. Oh man, great basketball by the Miners. Just another missed bunny there by Chloe Selke. And ball's out of bounds to Priest River. But like what I'm seeing, great transition. They're passing the ball well. They're making that one extra pass, and that's something I think they did very, very well last year. Make that one extra pass for an uncontested layup. The Miners seem to get those quite a bit. Here in the 2-3, once again, Shockey, her shot no good. No reason to come out of a 2-3 zone if the team is showing they can't shoot. And we'll have some substitutes in the game. Coming in for the Spartans are number 11, Cheyenne Thompson, and number 3, Anika Ranchala. They replace Shockey and Barton. Palfrey will inbounds here. Comes Pound coming off a screen. Ball side. Oh, just about stolen by Ellie Welch. Ranchala comes in, puts up a shot quickly. A good look at the basket, just in and out. Not very sharp shooting so far by the Spartans of Priest River. And there's Chloe Selke down low. Her shot just no good. Can't seem to quite get it going yet, but she will. I trust you. Trust me, she will. 20-6 Miners, under 2 minutes left here in the first half. Oh. Kaya Fitzmaurice was kind of tied up at the free throw line, and then in her excitement took a couple steps and she tried to escape that trap. And Coach Farkas will take this opportunity to get Jaden Gibson some playing time here at the end of the first half. She's going to replace Ellie Welch, who sits out after a nice first game. Good start for Ellie there. Good half. Good start of the half, I should say. Yep. They're coming out in looking to get the ball down to Chloe Selke. She's got a mismatch. She's got Ranchala Gardner. Drop step to the baseline. She's fouled by Fitzmaurice, and the ball just rims out. 2 shots for Chloe Selke. Good move, and that's what I would suggest that they try to do. Just get the ball in there to her, especially when she had a mismatch. Chloe is 5'6", and she was being guarded by 5. Well, I guess it's not that big of a size difference. She certainly looks a lot bigger than Ranchala. Her first free throw attempt, no good. She'll go back to the line for a second. And it's up and in. 21-6. Just under a minute and a half in the a minute and a half here left to play in the first half. Coach Farkas says, Chloe and Berge, you know what to do down low. So the ball's out under the basket. Chloe Selke will inbound the ball. Coach Stewart yelling instruction to his Spartan defenders to switch it up. They forget about House. Her three-pointer from the corner is up and just rims off. However, Selke's there to put it back in. Great cleanup, Chloe Selke. Here's Pound. She passes left side to Ranchala. Back up to Sam Pound. Pound's guarded by Garatone in a great defensive stance. Ball's hit in the corner there to, I always forget that girl. That's Cheyenne Thompson. She throws it away. Good steal by Berge. Here comes Jaden, looking up to get the ball underneath. Oh, just off the fingertips of Chloe Selke, but it's great that she's dribbling down the floor with her eyes up, and Chloe just about caught that pass and was able to convert. Just off her outstretched fingertips. Just under a minute here to play in the first half. 23-6 Miners. Steal on the right side by Jaden House. We got plenty of time here. She looks up, scanning the floor. Passes left side to Garatone, who takes a dribble in. Shot up, just out. Boy, from this vantage point, kind of up and to the right of the hoop, it looks like everything's going in, and they just kind of bounce out here and there. So 23-6, just over a half a minute left. Pound looking to get back in the scoring column. There's Thompson. Good job keeping the ball alive by Fitzmaurice. And ball's going to be out of bounds to the Spartans. 27 seconds. Pelfrey inbound the Pound. Drives to the corner, just about gets trapped. Gets it back over to Thompson. Thompson drives left side of her, shot a really high arcing shot up and no good. Rebound Fitzmaurice, her hook shot no good. 10 seconds minus, here we go. 7 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Berge just got that shot off right before the buzzer, but the ball once again rims in and out. So after 1/2 of play, Miners up here 23-6. It's been a good start to the Silver Valley tournament. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats! Located at 6600 North Government Way, ACI Northwest is the premier heating, cooling, and electrical company in the area. With more than 85 years of experience, they provide their customers with total home comfort and complete peace of mind. They do this through their commitment to professionalism and a written, unconditional, 1-year, money-back satisfaction guarantee on all residential installations. Call ACI Northwest today for excellent heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. The crew at ACI want to remind people that this time of year, furnace maintenance is important to ensure the longevity of your equipment and to avoid the nuisance of expensive breakdowns on the coldest days of the year. Ask how to save 20% on your maintenance and or repairs. Go Wildcats! Top Pin Archery, located in the backyard of Kellogg High School, is your premier archery authority in the U.S. They specialize in 3D archery events, including the annual shootout at Silver Mountain Resort, a premier 3D archery experience in the Pacific Northwest, and the region's only OPA-style shoot. Top Pin Archery Events provides an archery experience that is not offered anywhere else in the Northwest. They are the authority on all things archery, and their premier events put the competitor first by offering unique awards, such as the opportunity to win money, even in the youth classifications. Top Pin Archery provides a 3D archery experience unrivaled by their competition. They put the archer first. Top Pin Archery is a proud Kellogg Wildcats and Wildcats Live sponsor. Visit them at Top Pin Archery. From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live. A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats! Located at 6600 North Government Way, ACI Northwest is the premier heating, cooling, and electrical company in the area. With more than 85 years of experience, they provide their customers with total home comfort and complete peace of mind. They do this through their commitment to professionalism and a written, unconditional, 1-year, money-back satisfaction guarantee on all residential installations. Call ACI Northwest today for excellent heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. The crew at ACI want to remind people that this time of year, furnace maintenance is important to ensure the longevity of your equipment and to avoid the nuisance of expensive breakdowns on the coldest days of the year. Ask how to save 20% on your maintenance and or repairs. Go Wildcats! Top Pin Archery, located in the backyard of Kellogg High School, is your premier archery authority in the U.S. They specialize in 3D archery events including the annual shootout at Silver Mountain Resort, a premier 3D archery experience in the Pacific Northwest, and the region's only OPA-style shoot. Top Pin Archery Events provides an archery experience that is not offered anywhere else in the Northwest. They are the authority on all things archery, and their premier events put the competitor first by offering unique awards, such as the opportunity to win money, even in the youth classifications. Top Pin Archery provides a 3D archery experience unrivaled by their competition. They put the archer first. Top Pin Archery is a proud Kellogg Wildcats and Wildcats Live sponsor. Visit them at toppinarchery.net. Go Cats! From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live.
back, basketball fans. Welcome back, basketball fans. 23-6 here, beginning of the second half. Miners have a commanding lead over the Priest River Spartans, but this is kind of the way we started out last game. Let's see if we can continue to step on the gas here and extend this lead and see us playing in the championship tomorrow night versus either the JV from Post Falls or the Kellogg Wildcats. Miners going away from me now. Entry pass from Selke to Burmeister, a little bit strong. Rebounded by intercepted by Fitzmaurice. She passes to Sam Pound, top of the key. They're looking to get the ball down to Barton, it looks like. Gets it to the far corner. Back up to Friedas up top. Her three-point attempt ruled a no attempt as she traveled before she released the ball. Miners ball out of bounds. On the floor for the Miners, Burmeister, Burgum, Chloe Selke, Jaden House, and Ellie Welch. Good-looking starting five for the Miners. Burmeister gaining some valuable experience, really attempting to seal Barton off down on the low post. And Jaden House's three-point attempt up and good. That's her third three-pointer of the game. House leading scorer at halftime with 8 points. She's got 11 now. 26-6. 20-point lead by the Miners. Stolen by Selke. She pushes the ball up the floor right side. Puts the brakes on. Gets to the House. She passes up a three-pointer. Then steps to her right. Takes another one. Good rebound by Burmeister with those long arms. Great post move. Goes right to the block. Up and in. Layla Burmeister. Nice job. Layla, a sophomore this year. Send a shout out to her family listening at home. Her little brothers Lane and Ledger and Oscar. Hello, fellas. Layla's playing well tonight. I'd like to say hello to all the other fourth graders who may be listening. Silver Hills Elementary fourth graders. Chloe Selke dribbles down right side. She's being real assertive tonight, just can't seem to find her shot. Chloe's usually a good outside shooter. Unfortunately, today's game is being played indoors. There's a point by I missed that. Ty, who scored that point? Any idea? Spartans come back, make it a 20-point game. Here's Jaden House right side. She has the ball knocked out of bounds by Friedas. Be the Miners' ball on the side. Early in the year, I think this is a challenge to get all these side bounds out of bounds plays, inbounds, low post out of bounds plays, and House hits another three-pointer. Banks that one off the glass. That is her fourth three-pointer of the game. She was close to a 40% three-point shooter last season. Last bucket for Priest River was number 21 Pelfrey, and she just scores again. So Hannah Pelfrey with two quick baskets. Making the score 31-11. So Priest River starting to gain some momentum here. Bergen misses a bunny. She hustles back down the floor. Pound pushing the action. Stopped by Layla Burmeister. Man, just really doing some good things, playing good defense. She seems to have grown quite a bit, both physically and the mental part of basketball from last season. Last year looked a little bit lost at times, but you can see her trying to create that seal right now, looking for position, keeping good spacing for a drive and dish play there. House's shot, no good. Rebounded by Fitzmaurice, comes back the other way. Here's Pelfrey. She passes to Pound right side. They switch spots. They swing the ball over to Friedas. She's always looking for a shot. Pound passes to Fitzmaurice right in the middle of the key. To Pelfrey right side. She's made that shot here a couple times in the second half, and a nice rebound by Jaden House. She controls it. Wallace ball. 4:30 remaining in the third quarter. Priest River girls the Post Falls girls heading into the locker room to prepare for their contest versus the Wildcats following this game. Here's Burmeister, gets pushed off her spot a little bit, but keeps her pivot foot, gets the ball back out to Ellie Welch. And Welch's pass to Burmeister ends up in a jump ball and be out of bounds to the Miners. Coach Farkas will substitute Gibson and Caratonian for Jaden House and Brianna Burgum. They'll take a quick break. 31-11, 4 minutes, 17 seconds remaining in this first game of the Silver Valley Basketball Tournament 2020. Pound shot from the top of the key, very good. So, yeah, I think that last time the Spartans played, they kind of had a tough time getting it going, figure out where the scoring was going to come from. But once they make some shots, they seem to, their confidence grows, and they're kind of a streaky team here. So let's see if the Miners can try to, Pound drives right past Garatone. Up top, just above the free throw line for Mackay Fitzsimmons. Nice looking shot. Bounces off the back of the rim and in. That's Mackay's 6th point of the evening. And that'll force Coach Farkas to call a timeout. So after creating a pretty big lead, the Miners now are up by 15. They've been up by 20 at the most, and now it's just 15. We'll be right back.
Located at 6600 North Government Way, ACI Northwest is the premier heating, cooling, and electrical company in the area. With more than 85 years of experience, they provide their customers with total home comfort and complete peace of mind. They do this through their commitment to professionalism and a written, unconditional, 1-year, money-back satisfaction guarantee on all residential installations. Call ACI Northwest today for excellent heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. The crew at ACI want to remind people that this time of year, furnace maintenance is important to ensure the longevity of your equipment and to avoid the nuisance of expensive breakdowns on the coldest days of the year. Ask how to save 20% on your maintenance and or repair.
All right, welcome back. 15-point lead for the Miners here. 3.5 left. Easy sometimes. That was a great crossover dribble at the top of the key, followed by a nice entry pass from Welch to Selke. Like we said, Ellie Welch just a assist machine, about 7 a game last year, and picks right up where she left off. 32nd time out here called by the Spartan Stewart. 35-18. 3 minutes left in the third quarter. This is the first game of the Silver Valley basketball tournament. Wallace so far on the year 1-0. They beat Priest River on Tuesday, and Priest River, of course, 0-1. They lost to Wallace on Tuesday. So, Miners coming off a very successful season last year. They were 17-6. They lost in the state play-in game to Genesee in a contest at North Idaho College, and the Spartans coming off a 4-15 season where they had wins over North Idaho Christian and Clark Fork. Wallace's losses last year came to Bonners twice, Kellogg twice, St. Mary's twice, Kellogg twice, and they lost to Genesee as well. So a couple teams had their number last year, but they reeled off a couple 6-game win streaks, and it looks like they have the ability here to do the same when hopefully soon they get up to full strength. Once again, the Miners down 8 girls here early on in the season, which makes practice difficult, which makes putting in offense difficult, but Coach Farkas, Coach Bauer, and Coach House have seemed to answer the challenge here. Sometimes Brianna she's a physical player, and when she puts her head down and drives, other girls have a tendency to get pushed off their spot. Not necessarily because they had the spot first, just because she's bigger and stronger, and I think that kind of works against her sometimes. So, 3-point shot for Sam Pound, and seems like this is becoming a game again, a 14-point lead for the Miners. 35-21, pass over to Gibson. She saves it from going out of bounds, and then some good defense by Pelfrey to knock the inbounds out. House inbounds to Welch. Let's see if the Miners can keep pounding the ball inside. Let's get it into Brianna and get an easy bucket. There you go, Berge looking for it, nothing there. She passes back out to Gibson. Gibson to House. She passes up a 3-pointer. Drives left side. Priest River girls asking for a travel. Referees don't see it that way. And Garatone's pass is stolen by Barton. She gives it to Pelfrey. It's stolen by Welch. Boy, Ellie never quits. She just keeps going and then makes a wonderful pass to Garatone, whose shot is blocked by Friedis out of bounds. But a great rundown steal by Ellie Welch. And then she always does a great job passing in transition. So Garatone and Gibson will come out. They're replaced by Burmeister and Selke, who got a quick breather. There's the Kellogg point guard Emma Van Hoos in her practice jersey. And the ball out of bounds going to Priest River. Minute 42 left here in the third quarter. Miners have a 14-point lead, 35-21. Boy, Pound is a, I don't know about that. Push called on Ellie Welch. I don't think so. First foul called of this second half. They had to get on the board somehow. Spartans once again moving the ball around the perimeter. They do a great job of that. Three-pointer by Pelfrey, up and good. Man, she's having a great shooting second half here. That is her, well, a great shot. Great shot there by Pelfrey for a three. 11-point game. They're closing the gap slowly but surely. Selke shot from above 15 feet, off the backboard and in. Good timing on that basket by Chloe Selke. Here they come. Coach Farkas is telling them to play some defense here. Selke closes out hard on the perimeter player. Okay, now some defensive intensity out of the Miners. That's what kind of got them going last time, and looks like they're going to need to step on the gas a little bit here this evening. Pound's three-point shot up. Off the backboard again, rebound Burmeister. Burmeister giving the Miners some really valuable minutes this evening. House comes down, surveys the floor, looks to Selke right side. Boy, we got some good options down low. Burgum and Burmeister down there have been playing real well in the post. Post falls goes to, switches from a zone to a man-to-man, and while Selke was getting instructions from Coach Farkas, Pelfrey picked her pocket. Nice play by, that was Frietis. Here's Welch once again, slaps the ball out of Welch's hands, and here she comes right side. She's really fast, she's looking up. Clock's winding down, 3 seconds left, 1 second left. And that's the third quarter. So what was at one point a 20-point lead has been shaved to 11. We'll be back in a minute for the conclusion of the first game of the Silver Valley Basketball Tournament 2020.
From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live.
Welcome back for the start of the fourth quarter here on Wildcat Live. We'd like to say thank you on behalf of Wallace Athletics and all the fans out there listening to Kellogg for making this available to us. Mr. Simon Miller has been working hard to set up the control booth, the press box here at Wildcat Gym, and it's looking real nice. Until my mic got, until Ty just unplugged my mic. I'm joined here by Ty. We're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty here. If you could bear with us, we'll work on getting it fixed as soon as possible. It seemed to come right back on. Ty? Okay, welcome back. 7.5 left in the fourth quarter here. It's been an exciting first game. Wallace built a big 20-point lead, and Priest River shaved it down to 11 here. So 37-36, beginning of the fourth quarter. Once again, just want to say thanks to Wildcat Live, Mr. Simon Miller, the tech director here at the Kellogg School District, and Mr. Ty Cheney, cameraman Buck Coe, and Lisa Cheney's helping out with some of the technical issues as well here. So it's a nice opportunity to come and broadcast these games even though we can't be in the gym. Thanks for joining us here tonight. Priest Rivers gets a couple rebounds, and it's like a couple of the Miners are down cherry picking. Burmeister's shot no good, but rebounded by Burgum. And an over-the-back call on Burmeister. Yep, did not have position down there. Sometimes I think with those long arms it might just be very tempting to try to reach over people and snatch the ball away from them, but as she learns to block out and clear people out, she'll be a little bit more effective as a rebounder. Not to say she's not effective right now, just plenty of room for improvement. A little pressure shown from Wallace creates a couple reverse passes for the Spartans. I think that's what's designed there, to slow them down a little bit, get them out of their tempo, which has been steadily building here in the second half. Coach Stewart telling Sam Pound she's trying to look for some gaps in the zone offense, but the Miners do a good job of closing down those gaps, cutting down on the drives. Pound always looking to drive. She passes Freitas. Her foot looked to be on the line. Three-point attempt, no good. And the Miners are content just to kind of slow it down a little bit and let this one play out. Let's have some good possessions and get some baskets and maybe some second shots. It'd be really great if we could limit the turnovers at this point in the game. And that's easier said than done when we have some quick players out there like Pound and Freitas and Fitzmaurice for the Spartans. Priest River ball. Just 2 fouls called this second half, which is somewhat refreshing. Rather than a foul shooting contest, it's going to come down to who's playing better defense and who can demonstrate consistency here throughout the end of the game. And then speaking of consistent, there's Makai Fitzmaurice once again. She's filled up the scoring column here in this second half. She's got 8 points here in the second half after not scoring in the first. House goes to Selke left side, looking for Burmeister inside. Referee was just about to tell her to get out of there, and realizing where she was at, she got out, cleared out of space for Burgum, who puts in an easy bucket. Brianna Burgum. That's her 4th point of the game. 5 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the game. Fourth quarter, 39-28, Wallace up 11 points. Here's Fitzmaurice. She drives baseline, stopped by Burmeister. Back up to Pelfrey, her 3-point attempt. Up and good, man. Good shooting half here for the Spartans. They're really putting the ball in the hoop. That was Pelfrey, and that was a 3. Jaden House dribbles left side, jump stop, looks inside, nothing's there. Gets it out to Selke. She'd be wise to reverse it. Back to House, left side. Her 3-point attempt up, no good. Shooter's got to shoot. Shooter's got to shoot. Jaden House never seen a shot she did not like. But she's a great shooter. 4:45. 8-point lead for the Miners. Boy, things are getting a little bit too close for comfort here as Priest River just continues to put the pressure on. Like to see the Miners players have a great defensive stand here. Get a stop, get a basket on the other side, but not this time, as once again, Makai Fitzmaurice puts the ball on a hoop. That's her 10th point this half. Here's House. Let's pass up some 3-pointers and move the ball around until we get one in the middle. Selke was about to vacate that spot, but Garretone's pass was going there, so she had to hustle back, and her 18-footer draws nothing. Goes out of bounds to the Spartans. Wonderful contest. You got to admire the way the Spartans have closed this lead, and they're making this a competitive game. Pound passes to Fitzmaurice in the corner. She drives baseline. She's met by Brianna Burgum. Great defensive play, and then looks like a reach-in, but called as a jump ball. Good rebound, Brianna Burgum. 4 minutes left, 6-point game. Pressure by Freitas. She gets the steal, but stepped on the line. Really exciting, quick player there. She'll back off and let the Miners get the ball up the floor. Nope, she decides to come on back. Miners have Jaden House and Ellie Welch back. Selke's inbounding the ball. Not a full press, but just some inbound pressure. See if they can get the Miners to make a unforced error here. Here's Garatone. She has the ball, puts it on the floor. Makes nice use of her pivot foot. The Spartans are doing a good job of reaching in, grabbing that ball, and making the Miners make mistakes. Selke's going to be replaced by Burmeister. 6-point game here, 3:41 left. What looked like a sure win has become somewhat in doubt. Let's see if the Miners can play well and close this out. Here's Samantha Pound. She's looking right side. We got to guard Pelfrey on the perimeter there. She's been hot shooting here this second half. It just seems like the Miners are just one pass away from getting a steal or getting to that spot they need to be. Just a step slow right now, and it's understandable. It's still early in the season, and reinforcements are on their way, but playing with 7 girls right now with 7 missing. Just like to once again wish those girls a speedy recovery and can't wait to see them back on the floor and see the Miners at full strength. But no room for excuses here. They have to hold on to this 6-point lead and close out this game if they want to be playing in the championship game tomorrow night. Nice move by Jaden House. It's off the rim, but rebounded by Burmeister, put right back up in. That's Layla's 10th point of the game. She had 10 in her initial varsity contest on Tuesday. There's a nice rebound by Jaden House. She's contested by Freitas, but ball goes out of bounds off Freitas and Miners ball. 41-33, 2:50 left. Both teams with timeouts remaining here at the end of the game. No danger of shooting foul shots at this point, just 2 team fouls against the Miners and 1 against the Spartans. It's funny, you can hear every comment from the coach and every response from an official there. What coach? Oh, and a wild swinging hand by Fitzmaurice. Boy, she tried to take a couple girls' heads off there, and the Miners will go to the line. Burmeister's going to go to the line and shoot 2. That is Fitzmaurice's second foul of the game. Burmeister will go to the line and shoot 2 shots. Important free throws at this point in the game. Rims it off the backboard, up and in. We'll take it. Layla's got 11 on the game. Let's make it 12 here and a 10-point lead. And it is. Nice free throw shooting. 10-point lead by the Miners here. 2.5 left to play. 43-33. Here comes Pound. Pelfrey right side. They're trying to encourage her to go to Freitas' side, which I think is wise at this point, seeing as how Pelfrey's shooting. There's Fitzmaurice. She gets the ball. Gets it up. Her shot's no good. Rebounded by Garatone. Great timely rebound by Garatone. And Freitas is not giving up easily. House outlets the pass to Welch. Welch brings it up right side. Ellie Welch, Jaden House, Chloe Selke, and Riley Valley, all members of the Silver Valley Volleyball All-District team this year. Congratulations to those girls. They had a fine season, and we're glad to see them back on the court here this winter. Once again, no fans in the stands aside from a couple administrators and players waiting to play in the next game. So it's a strange feeling, but it's been a competitive game. I don't think the girls seem to be missing out or not short of anything here, not short of intensity or enthusiasm without the crowd here, but it is different, that's for sure. House's first shot, no good. It's a 10-point lead for the Miners. We need this one right here. Just under 2 minutes left to play. Second shot, good. (44-33). Priest Rivers coach Gary Sawyer calls a timeout. That's going to be a full timeout. We'll be back in a minute.
Top Pin Archery, located in the backyard of Kellogg High School, is your premier archery authority in the U.S. They specialize in 3D archery events, including the annual shootout at Silver Mountain Resort, a premier 3D archery experience in the Pacific Northwest, and the region's only OPA-style shoot. Top Pin Archery Events provides an archery experience that is not offered anywhere else in the Northwest. They are the authority on all things archery, and their premier events put the competitor first by offering unique awards, such as the opportunity to win money, even in the youth classifications. Top Pin Archery provides a 3D archery experience unrivaled by their competition. They put the archer first. Top Pin Archery is a proud Kellogg Wildcats and Wildcats Live sponsor. Visit them at toppinarchery.net. Go Cats!
All right, welcome back. 1:50 left to play. 11-point lead for the Miners. Sam Pound's outside shot, no good. Rebounded by Barton down low. That's over the back. Jesus. Come on. All right, rebound by Jaden House. Pressured by the Spartans here. Pushing the ball up floor. Nice passing by the Miners. Got it to Ellie Welch just past midcourt. Up to Layla Burmeister. She takes one step dribble into the key, puts it up and in. Great half by Burmeister there. She's got 13 points on the night. Miners led in scoring last on Tuesday evening by Jaden House with 9 and Chloe Selke with 9, and Burmeister had 9 as well. Adding to their scoring averages here. House ended up averaging about 16 a game last season. Pounds, 3-point shot from the top of the key. That seems to be her spot. There's an air ball, and Barton stepped out of bounds there. Out of bounds. Miners just under 1 minute to play, 13-point lead. What seemed to be in jeopardy now seems to be a foregone conclusion. Let's see if we can close this out here. Full court pressure by the Spartans. House dribbles up left side. Kind of a funky jump stop. Looks like she hyperextended her leg a little bit, but was able to keep her pivot foot. Makes the good entry pass to travel call. I don't know about that one. 40 seconds left. Down the Pound right side. Spartans looking to start firing them up here. Close that lead. Well, they're passing up one shot after another. Here's Pound on the right side. Her shot no good. Rebound by Burmeister. Looks the other way. She's fouled by Fitzmaurice. And that's only the third team foul here. So fourth team foul, excuse me. We will not be shooting free throws here in this second half unless someone gets fouled while shooting, in the act of shooting. Full court pressure from the Spartans. Priest River looks to be in kind of a man-to-man set. Welch sets a screen for House, trying to get open, finally does, passed in. It's 3-on-2 here, pass to Burmeister, wisely passes it out to House, who controls it, fires up a three-pointer from the right side, no good, rebound, Priest River. Nice game here tonight this evening by Alyssa Barton. Really everybody played a real competitive game. Priest River seemed to play a lot better than on Tuesday night, and this has been more competitive here. They just got off to a slow start, and if they had got off to a little bit quicker start, it might have been a different story. But Miners will accept the result here tonight, and we'll wait to see who we will play tomorrow in the championship game of the Silver Valley Tournament. It should be exciting. 0.2 of a second left, not enough time to catch and shoot. Miners win 46-33. Thanks for joining us. We hope to join you tomorrow afternoon for the championship game. This is Barry Larson with Ty Cheney, Buck Co. And on behalf of the Wallace School District, we'd like to thank Kellogg for having us in the building, and go Miners.